Oh, this dream is hilarious. Well, no, it's not hilarious. It's not hilarious. Um, okay. So, I had a dream that I got a wild hair up my ass and went and visited my ex, Yuuichirou, who lives up in Portland. And I don't know what I was thinking, whatever. Um, but especially in the dream, I have no idea. But anyway, I went and visited him, and it ended up that he had like cancer. Actually, like he was seeing this like really beautiful woman, and she was like I don't know. She was convinced that we met each other. She was like a redhead. She was convinced that we already met each other at a bar, and I was like, the fuck, like, I was like, that must have been one of his other girlfriends, because that was not me. I do not go to bars, blah, 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 blah. And she was, like, very convinced that, like, no, we met at a bar, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care if his girlfriend is Delulu. I care that he was not doing well. Anyway, so I like looked at he was like in really bad shape, and like he kind of lost some mobility, like okay, I have to say this, that house in Portland is not mobility safe, so like that was kind of fucked up because like oh god, like now that I'm really thinking about it, like if he was in that situation, that house would be like the worst fucking house to be in that condition. And um but he was like doing very badly. I think he had like leukemia or something. And but anyway, like I guess they must have also known that that wasn't a good house to be in for his condition, because they were in the process of moving. It was like I bothered to go and visit him over there, and like they had like mover dudes like moving some of the crap and all that kind of stuff. And I I stayed and talked to him, and for whatever reason, we were like kind of on good terms or something like that. And I was talking like he was like, "Oh hey," and I was like, "Hi," and everything. And he he like I don't know, like he seemed to like kind of, I don't want to say like he accepted his fit, like it wasn't like that, but it was just like, like it was kind of weird because like they were in the middle of moving, and I was and I came by like really unannounced, so it was all kind of crazy. And then I kind of stayed, and I was like offering to help move some stuff, and I said like, hey, maybe there's even like some stuff that I left here or something, because he did leave some stuff at my place, and I still have his crap. But and I remember even in the dream, like, it was crazy because, like, I don't know, like, I've never met his family, but, like, in the dream, I, like, met his family or finally and whatever, and all of, like, that stuff. And I don't know, like, I was keeping it pretty good together, and then, like, I had to, like, kind of excuse myself outside, and then, like, I cried because I was like, oh my god, this is so fucked up. Um, and it was like, that was really like, cause God, it was, yeah, my brain like made him look like shit. He had fucking cancer, and um, yeah, it was kind of sad. I don't know what the hell that means, bro. Maybe I do need to go visit him. Like that'd be trippy if I went over there and that whole entire scenario happened. Like, oh my god, I don't know how I'd deal with it. In the dream, I had so much grace. Like I don't know, like not gonna lie, I'm pretty damn awkward in real life, but like, I mean, yeah, I would probably want to have that kind of great, like, it was kind of weird that the girlfriend was like convinced that we met each other before, and then I was like, oh, okay, or whatever. Like, I don't know, it was weird. I don't think he likes redheads, so it'd be very, very weird for me to see him with a redhead, but but guys will go after whatever the fuck, unless they're like, I don't know. I did know this one guy who was like very strictly like, I only go out with blonde hair. Like, there's like some assholes who are very, very particular, but uh most people are like, I'll give, like, as long as they're hot, I'll give them a chance. Like, but anyway, but yeah, no, that was crazy. Well, like, I don't think this is like a sign of leukemia in real life, but like in the dream, his like veins were really jacked up. Like, he was weak and he was in those mobility. Like, that's another thing too. I don't think you lose your mobility when you have leukemia, unless like unless you have like weeks to live, I think. But what I know, that's why I said it was like maybe it was leukemia, because his arms were like very like, oh, it was like he didn't look like he didn't really look like himself, and his arms were really messed up. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of like, what did I consume any content that kind of like, well, uh, like, I didn't consume any content before I went to sleep that would have this kind of like, I don't even see like any sort of reference point from the content that I saw before going back to bed in that. But and then like when I woke up, it was like, frequency music, so I yeah, I don't think that would like, cuz like I said with the other thing, it was like, I don't know, there was a dream a few videos back where I was like, oh, like I watched Pimple Popper and the Pimple Pop, like I watched Pimple Popper and she cut off like cysts and stuff, and then I dreamt of having a cyst, so I feel like, well, that kind of, like, that makes sense, but I didn't dream about anybody being in a mobility device with jack up, or like nothing I dreamt of I saw before going to bed, so. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know, maybe I need to visit him. Like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be weird if I just popped up on his, at his, house. He might not even live there anymore. Like, okay, look, like in the dream, he was in the middle of moving, right? He might not even live there, people move around and shit, so I'm the only one who doesn't fucking move around. I hate it. But, he might not even be there. And that's a weird thing to think. And you know what? It's kind of funny because I thought that the other day when I had my appointment too, I was thinking, yeah, I thought about him during my appointment, or not during my appointment, like while I was waiting for my ride and stuff. Like, I was walking around with the trees and stuff like that, and I don't know why, but I was thinking of him. And I was like, yeah, he's probably not even at that house anymore. He probably moved. So that's so you know what? Like, but it was such a passing thought, and like I didn't like, it wasn't like a like like that's the thing that's get like, that must be the thing that affected that dream, because I did think about visiting him for a brief moment, but like it was like, but then I got over it, right? Like, because like there is some things where it's like, oh, I have a yearning and I need to go, oh, like a yearn. There was no yearning. It was more of like a passing thought of like, oh, okay, what was the thing? The thing that passed in my mind was like, oh, it's so crazy how like you know somebody for a bit and then they just become completely irrelevant in your life, like or like it was like kind of like not reconcile. Yeah, I was like reconciling it. It was like, oh well, that's so crazy. It's like a few years ago, we were together and now we're not. So that's weird. It must have really stuck with me to have a fucking dream about him like that. Maybe I need to go do that. And no, I don't like. Okay, somebody's gonna be like, "You must like have really bad feeling." No, like honestly, yeah, I was like upset with how everything went down, and of course he's probably gonna spin a story that like I'm a crazy bitch or whatever. But no, he fucking went to Mexico with his ex-wife. Like he lied about something. I know that no man is perfect, right? Like the way he treated me and the way that everything went was really really nice, but he lied about shit, and like cause it had to been because like why the fuck would you have gone to fucking Mexico with your ex-wife and there's like no kids or whatever? Like cuz that's the thing that I could like cuz that's what I always said. It was like he's either lying about having kids or he's lying about his wife being his ex. So I'm like because like why the fuck would you go to Mexico with her? Like there was something he wasn't telling me. Unless they have like a business there or something. Like there's something he didn't fucking tell me. And I was pissed because he just got done going on a trip to Japan, and that hurt me because it was like I didn't have my passport at the time. He went there, so I couldn't even like. First of all, he didn't even fucking invite me, but like I think he knew that I didn't have a passport, like instinctively. I think, and so that wasn't even fucking disgusting. Anyway, he went with like his dad and his brother, so it was kind of like a guy's trip thing. So it would have been weird if I went, right? So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I even bought him a gift to go on the fucking trip with it. Like, like, okay, well, whatever. And then, like, he comes back like a few weeks later. He's like, oh, I'm going to go to Mexico with my ex-wife. I was like, I had patience for fucking Japan. I did not have patience for that bullshit because, one, it doesn't even make it, like, because, first of all, he was doing it for, like, a reason, like, bonding experience with his dad and his brother, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I could understand that. But I could not understand him going to fucking Mexico with his ex-wife, who he has no fucking children with, supposedly, who is his ex, supposedly. Like, so I was just like a bunch of bullshit, and I was like, the fuck? No. No. That ain't flying. That ain't fucking. I think he was like trying to ease me into like polyamory or something, and I was like, no, I'm not. No, you either be like, cause like this is the sad truth. If you're up straight with that, and this is what a lot of guys don't realize, is like if you're straight with some people, there's gonna be some women who are totally fine with that situation. And those are the fucking women you should be with because they're on your nasty ass level. But don't drag like a perfectly decent woman into some fucking bullshit, with that crap like this, or somebody who doesn't want that, doesn't want that shit, That's the thing, and that's okay. This is also kind of what sucks, right? Is because it's like, okay, Yuuichirou seemed like very, very nice. Like I got all of these like what was it dreams? Like he was like, oh, we're gonna go to Japan and my grandma had a house there, blah 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 blah, and I'm like the oldest son, blah 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 blah. So I technically get the house, blah 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 blah. So maybe wait, like and and so like of course I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go to Japan, but the more that I think about it, the more it was all fucking bullshit. I don't think he told me the truth whatsoever. I do know that like, oh, this sounds stupid, but I do think he didn't like necessarily want to hurt me or whatever, like because he did treat me nice, right? Like when we were in the house together, it was very nice, and we did things together. We'd go like do rent, like, you know, like it was a nice relationship in the sense, but it was built on fucking lies. So so and then, like, you know, then I go see Jahon, which is like, he's a fucking crazy ass Russian dude, and it's like he does not lie, but it's like brutalistic truth. So it's like, okay, well, no, I think he did. Well, no, he didn't lie. He's just too fucking fast. He did try lying, but like the thing is, he admitted to the truth really quickly. Where there was a brief, like, we didn't, like, I don't know, I was having like mental health issues at the time. And my mom was like fucking pissing me off, and so we didn't see each other for like a few months, right? And then like next time we see each other, I was like, cause like, or yeah, like I guess we had like a break or whatever. And apparently during that break, he got married to this woman named Angela. I like, cause I had typed it up, and then like then we came and then he came and saw me, and he tried to like gaslight me, like there's no Angela. Like, what Angela? There's no Angela. I'm like, I looked up that shit, bro. I saw that you got married, but I also saw that they got divorced right away too. So like it was like I don't know. He got married for like it's like the Kardashian woman who married the footballer. It's like just got married for like a really brief amount of time, and I was like. And he's like, what Angela? There's no Angela. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no fucking Angela. I looked up that shit. And so, you know, but then like he didn't like it, like that it, like he finally copped up to it like after 3 days. So like so it was like, you know, so he's like, yes, there was Angela. Like he just must have not like been happy about it or whatever, but maybe it was like a shit. I don't know. And that's the thing too, is like I don't really have like jealousy with him anyway. Like, and that's the thing is like, you know, he just like says whatever the truth or whatever the information that I ask for, he tells me. That's the thing. Maybe he doesn't necessarily tell me things like just like open up things, but when I ask, he tells me the truth or something like that. So I do appreciate that, but it is very like more like he has different sets of issues. Like that's what I'm saying, like no man's fucking perfect, but yeah, it's like which reality do you want? Do you want like a happy lie or a very I don't want to say a sad truth, but it's like, you know, a very gray truth. And so, yeah. And that, I think, well, I mean, like, those are two extreme versions of that, right? But I think everybody has to make that choice, really, because, like if it wasn't like, okay, this is just me, this is just Kayla's issue, like this is just Kayla's situation, Kayla's issues, Kayla's relationships, right? But I'm sure everybody, because like look at the fucking movie Twilight, like this is something we were like I don't know, since like the early like 90s, and like I don't know, it's always like a fucking triangle, right? Where like the one woman has two men, and like one's like a fucking wolf and the other one's a fucking vampire, and it's like, which one do you choose? You know, and it's like at the end of the day it doesn't fucking matter, because then like what, he's gonna, you know, the one you don't choose is gonna be the creepy uncle lusting after your fucking daughter, you know, like you know, so like, you know, that's how it goes, I guess, you know, so yeah, it's fucked up. Oh, but anyway. Yeah, but going back to that dream, because like I had to give like a backstory. Or I didn't really have to give a backstory, but I just woke up, so I'm just like, but it must be like some sort, because like yeah, like even explain it, I'm still kind of pissed off of the whole situation. But I have that more written on my blog too, all that shit. It's really messed up, or well, I don't know, it's whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I feel all sorts of ways now, because like I'm thinking of the past, I'm thinking of the dream, and I'm also thinking about the shit I need to, like, I have an appointment that I need to get ready for right now. So it's like, I don't know, that's a lot right now. I need tea. Anyway, take care, be good, bye bye.